Good afternoon, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We meet again today in our eighth meeting in state philosophy. For today meeting, we will discuss about Pancasila as the ideology of the state. But first, later on, I will explain to you about in this meeting about the general concept of ideology. Uh, what is the definition of ideology and the classification, and also the example of some of that classification. And first, I will explain to all of you about what is actually the definition of ideology. What is ideology? Ideology is derived from two Greek words, which are ideos means ideas, and logos means science. Literally, it means the science of ideas. Science of ideas. And generally, ideology means I take a look at two dictionary. First is Merriam-Webster, and second is Encyclopedia Britannica. And according to Merriam-Webster dictionary, ideology is the set of ideas and belief of a group or political party. So this definition already uh, consider ideology is belong to a group or political party. And the second definition is from Encyclopedia Britannica. This encyclopedia says that ideology is a form of social or political philosophy in which practical elements are as prominent as theoretical ones. It is a system of ideas that aspires both to explain the world and to change it. So, uh, social ideology in Encyclopedia Britannica is considered as a political or social philosophy, and it could use to explain the world or to change the world. Okay, we continue to the classification of ideology in general. In general, there are two types of ideology. First is open ideology, and second is closed ideology. What are the characteristics of open and closed ideology? First, we should start from open ideology. There are four characteristics of open ideology. First is derived from the ideals that have been living in the community or society, and it is a form of values and ideals that come from within the community itself. So it's not from uh, outside, but from inside, from the inside. And the open ideology also the result of consultation or consensus. So the agreement. So the society agreed. All the members of society agreed to have one perspective, which called ideology. And the last is usually open ideology is supposed to be dynamic and supposed to be reformist. It could be it could follow. It could follow the progress of any kind of progress in reality. Second is close ideology. Close ideology is not goals that have been living in the community. So it came from outside. It has been forced from the outside to the inside. It's not the values and ideals from the inside, and it also the follower of the ideology should trust it and should be loyal to the leader or to the group, and it's quite rigid, the loyalty. So the follower, the members of the group which hold the close ideologies should be loyal to their group, and it consists of concrete and operational demands, and it poses absolutely it should be followed. There should be no question asked, and every member have to follow any instruction from above, from their leader. Okay, that is the definition of open and closed ideology. And we continue to the example of closed ideologies. I took three examples from the history. First is National Socialism or Nazi or Nazism. Nazi is a chauvinist political party which was led by Adolf Hitler. This is his picture, and the Nazi and Hitler claiming that the original German people is the superior Aryan race. So they took like the ancient history of battle of Aryan and Dravidian, and they claiming that the original German people is the winning race, which was Aryan race. And the Nazis at the time had exterminated a large number of ethnic Jews. So the Jewish community have experienced a great loss at that time. And the second close ideology is fascism or fascist. Nazi also considered as a fascist, but they have their own name, National Socialism. But fascism is from Italy, close nationalist ideology from Italy, and their coat of arms is the axe, like this in the picture, and the famous word, "One who has iron will also have bread." And the fascists in history had annihilated uh, thousands of Ethiopians at the time. And if you watch the movie The Lion of the Desert, yeah, the fascist troops also invaded Libya, which was also resisted by Libyan people, which led by Omar Mukhtar. Okay, we continue to the next cross ideology, which is Bushido or Japanese nationalism. Japanese nationalism based on the spirit of Bushido. They claim also to be the best Asian race, and in history they were fighting other Asian neighbors, Korean, China, including Indonesia. And Bushido derived from words bushi, military or samurai, and do or street. And Bushido is a knight code of conduct in Japan. And according to Bushido tradition, a samurai is the highest class in the society. Samurai is the protector of the shogun or the emperor. Okay, let's continue to another ideology or other world ideologies. There are liberalism, and the next is communism, and the last is religious ideology. But first, I will explain about liberalism. Liberalism is the ideology which consider that the state is a social contract between individuals. See, this is also the one of the characteristic of an ideology. And the interests and freedoms of individual must be respected. And they have also the concept of human rights. And the economic system of liberalism is capitalism. It prioritizes the owners of capital or capitalists. And the political system of liberalism ideology is a liberal democracy or trias politica. You can have a look at uh, the, the picture here. There are three branches in liberal democracy government. First is legislative, who create the constitution, and executive, who execute the constitution, and also judicial branch, who watch the execution of the constitution. Okay, let's continue to the next world ideologies. Another world ideology is communism. Communism is a critique to capitalism. According to them, the state and capital society are divided into classes, namely the oppressor and the oppressed, bourgeois and proletariat. The proletariat is the group which has no capital. They work for the bourgeois, the capital owners, and the bourgeois class oppress the proletariat through the mechanism of surplus value. And the goals of the communism is to create a classless society or communist through social revolution. This is the prominent figure of communism. Okay, the last but not least is religious ideology. Religious ideology is the source of their ideology is the belief that a religion can make human life happy. The state is spiritually religious in carrying out religious laws. There are several countries using religious ideology, which are Vatican and Saudi Arabia, and also several countries in Middle East. Okay, I think that's all for today. Thank you for your kind attention. See you in the Zoom meeting. If you have question, you could deliver it in the Zoom meeting. Until we meet again, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.